Hey there and welcome back to the workshop. So what we're doing this weekend is building a drill press station or stand for my brand new Nova Viking drill press. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it up here. I think it's this corner or it might be this one. So it's up there. Anywho, so this one's going to be a pretty straightforward build because all we're doing is building a small little box out of plywood, and we'll probably have to paint it as well. I was thinking about making it out of melamine, but I just don't think it's going to be strong enough because the drill press itself is pretty heavy. So let's just find some plywood around the workshop, cut it up and start whacking it together. So we got sides, top and bottom, and then the rear all cut and ready to go. It's going to be pretty straightforward, just pre-drill, screw, glue, and all those things. So let's get straight to it. Rightio, so something different for Richmond Woodworks, making boxes. Anyway, slight change of plan. You would have seen me do those toe kicks or kickboards, and what's actually happening is that the handle of the drill press itself is just hitting the shed upright, which is a little bit annoying. It's literally 1 inch. So either the drill press needs to be a little bit narrower, which obviously won't work, or what I can do instead is replace those toe kicks with just some casters, so I can just literally slide out the drill press stand itself, just maybe a couple of inches for that clearance to go through, and I can wind it. And to be honest, you don't really wind too often. It's so moving it in and out, it's not going to be too much of a chore. It's just presentation wise, I was hoping to have that nice kickboard all the way along. Is what it is. Anywho, now what we need to do is prep everything for some paint. So I'm going to sand everything, probably go 80, 120, then maybe 240. So I'll paint it all white as an undercoat, and then I'll paint it with that monument on the side and the back. Because it's on casters, it's going to be wheeled around. I was going to leave the back unpainted, but now I have to paint it, but is what it is. So cue the montage of me painting. Yes. There you have it. I love painting. It's fantastic. Everyone should do it more often, every time. Anyway, so what you'll see, I've painted on the inside as well here. So when you open up the drawers I've put inside, you'll be able to just see down the corner of it. And you know, that way you just won't see the exposed plywood. And what I've done is flipped it upside down, and I'm going to put the casters on. And then I've got one more little bit to do, and that's the top. And I'm gonna use the same material as my tabletop on the miter saw station, just to make everything nice and consistent. And then I think we'll probably call the video there, because I'm running out of weekend, and I got a specific idea in mind. I wanna see if it works out for the drawers, and it involves some 3D printing. So I've got the 3D printer printing up some mocks, and it won't be ready for this weekend. So hopefully next weekend and next episode, you'll see what I do inside for the drill press stand. Anywho, let's put some casters on, flip it back upside the right way, take some measurements, and then what we'll do, I got a little bit of leftover timber for that tabletop. We'll cut it up, and I'm probably gonna need to joint it together because all I have is a long strip. But that's easy enough because I have my biscuit joiner, which is fantastic. Cool, let's get on with it. So now that we have the roller cabinet all ready to go, we just need to measure, cut, and joint the tabletop together. So let's go ahead and do that, I suppose now. Now, because the boards come the slight round over on the front end of it, what we need to do is have a straight reference edge. So we'll just run them down the table saw a couple of times just to have them nice and square, and then we can butt them up quite easy, glue it, clamp it. There we go. So I've deliberately made this board a little bit longer because what I want to do is face it up and then have an overhang of about 20 millimeters here. So the drawer fronts themselves are going to be 16, so there'll be a 4 millimeter, a little bit of an overhang. Because what tends to happen with drill presses is all the dust starts coming down, and with my previous drill press stand, I had the drawers faced up. And what would happen, a little bit of dust will start accumulating at the very top of the drawer, and as soon as you open it, it'll all fall in. And it's just one of those little pet peeves of mine where I hate dust inside drawers, which is why you see the entire workshop, everything's flat, there's very little surfaces on which dust can rest and then fall inside drawers, except those handles, but they kind of annoy me. Anyway, so the idea is now, what I need to do, now that the glue's mostly dried, I need to trim it up, and then I need to cut it to its final dimension here in preparation for those drawers to be made a little bit later on. Now all we need to do is just do a little bit of a round over just to make it a little bit nicer and not as sharp on the edges. So when I do move it around, it's not going to give me a splinter. So just get a quick round over a bit and sand it, and then we can do the finishing. And now for everyone's favorite bit, sanding. Yes. Anywho, I'm going to be doing 80, 120, and then 240. And I'm gonna wipe it down with a bit of water so it raises the grain, and I'm gonna hit it with a very light coat of 400, water it again, like I'm watering a lawn, raises the grain, 400 again, should be good to put the poly on it. Let's go. There you have it, a cabinet ready for my brand new drill press. So I'm pretty excited about it, and I still need to make some of the drawers, but I'll save you all the bother of watching me faff around through that. But on an upcoming episode, I do plan to put some stuff inside the drawers, and I'm still 3D printing that stuff, and I'm kind of trying to work it out how best to utilize the space that's inside those drawers already. So stay tuned for another episode around that. But I did want to go through a bit of a channel update. So you probably would have noticed that I haven't uploaded a video in quite some time. And as I was editing this specific video, you probably noticed that my dog took front and center stage quite a lot. And when it was recorded, that was probably her last weekend around, and definitely last weekend around the workshop. So unfortunately, shortly after filming that, we had to put her down because she really went downhill pretty quickly. We adopted her when she was quite old, and we thought, oh, she'll only live to about 12, maybe 13, because that's quite normal for staffies. But in true fashion, as stubborn as she was, she lasted to just shy of 18. So very, very happy to have her in our lives. But at the same time, it's quite a sad event to go through. Anyone who's lost a dog knows exactly what I'm talking about. So it did make me maybe reassess life a little bit. Now that we don't have a dog anymore, it's probably that, it's sad to say, or I feel terrible for saying it, that bit of an anchor sort of thing, stopping us from going away for the weekend together, and then having to scramble to find someone to dog sit has been quite, difficult. But now that she's not around, it just allows us to maybe free up a bit more time over our weekends and get away. So getting back into things like hiking and cycling and all those types of things. So you'll probably find I don't upload as much. I had in my mind initially, I wanted to upload a video every week for 52 weeks or a whole year. I thought that would have been pretty cool. And I got to just over halfway, so I'm pretty proud of myself. Towards the end, it was quite a lot of work to keep up with the videos, as well as keeping up with my personal life, new job, going overseas for work as well, a number of times. So my little buffer of videos quickly ran out, and also found myself probably rushing some of the jobs towards the end and just getting content for content's sake and not for what I wanted to do. So it almost felt like a bit of a job or a chore to be in here sometimes. So I'm gonna scale that back a little bit and maybe upload every 2, 3, maybe 4 weeks, and also allow me to have that time to really genuinely sit down and think through some of the jobs I want to do around the workshop. But yeah, so that's an update on the channel. Excuse my little bit of a rambling towards the end here. And for those of you that have stuck around, I appreciate you sticking around. So like, subscribe, and all those good things. And for everyone that did reach out, because I did post on my Instagram when I lost my little puppy, for everyone that did reach out, I genuinely want to thank each and every single one of you. For those that have gone through any kind of loss, whether that's a dog or anyone else, knows exactly what I'm talking about. So anyway, it's tough, but yeah, we all have to, the world keeps turning, as they say, right? Anyway, like, subscribe, and all those good things. And please do leave a message in the comments below. I really enjoy interacting with each and every single one of you. For those that put their name down for a sticker, I'm very sorry. I haven't gotten around to actually posting them yet, but I have all the envelopes. I have the stamps, because I haven't bought stamps in so long. So you'll have some stickers floating your way. And if you do want a sticker, just reach out on Instagram with some of your details, and I'll try to get one to you. For those of you that live outside of Australia, it might be a little bit longer and a little bit more difficult, because of the costs. I don't want to send out thousands of stickers all around the world and pay a lot of money. But if you do get in touch, then yeah, I'll try to do my best. So take care of yourselves, everyone, and I hope you have a lovely weekend in your workshop. So bye.